What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now today I'm bringing you a review of one of our exclusive ranges. Today I am sampling the Regius Orchant Seleccion range. Now I absolutely adore these cigars. These are the 2021 pre-release, not technically due out until January, but we really wanted to get them in your hands and get you trying them before they actually come out. Now, like I said, I adore these. Nicaraguan filler, wrapper and binder, and the blend on these, Mitchell worked on it for many years to make sure that we could bring you the best quality Nicaraguan tobacco at an amazingly affordable price. And with them being released every single year, they sell out so fast that we can't keep the stocks in over the year. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a sneak peek. Now, these have been aged already for a year, so by the time you get them in January, they're going to have 18 months of aging on them in the boxes, but they're just as good to enjoy. Now, I'm going to talk you through the three various sizes, and then at the end, we're going to go through a full review, beginning, middle, and end. I think we're going to save this one for a little bit. So let's move on to the other two, and let's talk through the sizes. So first size up is the Hermoso. This 5x48. I feel like these are probably the most popular out of the ranges, just because they're such a great go-to smoke. They're spicy, they're caramel, you're getting a little bit of coffee notes coming through there as well, and that Hermoso size is perfect for any time of the day. You know, if you've got the time in the morning or on a lunch break or in the evening, at the end of an evening after a lovely dinner, these are the one. Beautifully weighted. I love the band design on these. You've got the red, you've got the gold, you've got the black, that classic Orchant Seleccion London logo on there as well. You know that that is going to be a sign of great quality. Let's move on to number two. So next up we have the Robusto. This 4 3/4 by 52 is just a beautiful looking Robusto. In comparison to the Hermoso, that's slightly bigger ring gauge and that slightly smaller size. Does give you a little bit more of the intensity. Great airflow on this one and a really nice mouthfeel. I found in the middle third on the Robusto, you do get treated with a little bit more of those spicier notes. So that white pepper comes through, kind of picante, smoked paprika notes come through there as well. Final third on this one, everything does get turned all the way up to 11. You're going to get that full flavor Nicaraguan smoke, the mineraliness that you get, that volcanic soil. You can almost chew the smoke with every single puff. The finish is really long lasting on these as well. You'll find that you put the cigar down 4 or 5 minutes later, you're still tasting those impeccable, beautiful flavors. And like I said, with these, they have been box aged for a year, so you're taking away that harshness. Those more punchier notes are very palatable, very enjoyable. Definitely one that, for me, the Robusto pairs really incredibly well with a smoked whiskey, a peated whiskey. So something like an Islay or a Lefroy, even an old Ballantrae, if you really want to go into those really heavily peated stuff, maybe even an Octomore if you've got the budget to stretch that far. Really nice. The boxes of these fly out incredibly quickly. What I would advise you to do is pick up a pre-release 2021, enjoy a few of them and let some sit for a little while. Then in January, pick up the actual release of the 2021s and compare and contrast. You will see those subtle differences between being able to box age and being an open box. These come sealed in cellophane, so you're going to have everything, all that microclimate contained within that box. Ships are coming in here out in Norfolk, so we'll get talking on. I'm going to move on to the Campana now. That's the one I'm going to be reviewing, so let's give you a little bit of a rundown on the sizes and then get into it. And finally we have the Campana. This 5.5 by 52 beast of a cigar just feels so nice in the hand. You know that there's an incredible amount of tobacco and construction that's gone into this one. Medium brown wrapper, cocoa straight off the wrapper aroma there. That torpedo end just offers you a little bit more control in terms of the flavor hitting your palate. It almost directs it straight onto where you need it, into the back of the palate, giving you those Nicaraguan notes on the front with this sweetness. There's almost like a caramelization that goes on as you work your way through the cigar as well. But no, I'm going to actually stop talking about this. I really want to get this one cut and lit. I've not had the pre-release 2021s yet, so this is the first time on this one for me. Let's stop talking, let's get it cut and lit. Let's move on to that first third and let's see where it goes. So just creeping my way into the first third on this one. First flavors straight off the bat were black pepper, but cracked black pepper. And just on the finish, just at the very end, there's a suggestion of almost a green tea. And I think that just comes down to these only having a year of aging on them. So there's a little bit of freshness in there, but it's not overpowering at all. It's very subtle and it's just in the background there. A little bit of cocoa coming in, nice warming sensation in the mouth on every single puff. and just that Nicaraguan tobacco, that you get that mineraliness. I like to be able to chew the smoke on the Nicaraguan cigar. You can still taste it minutes after you've had a puff. Beautiful so far. Draw is incredible. V-cut as always for me today. And I just find that gives you a little bit more airflow, a little bit more control of where you want the flavours to kind of focus and hit on your palate. I'm going to sit back and take this one down a little bit further, see what more the first third's got for me. So creeping a little bit further into the first third, that grassy note has definitely dropped away. It's not there at all. I think it was just on that initial few puffs as I was just breaking my way into it. Pepper is still there, pretty strong, but there's an interesting sweet note, and it's almost like like a root beer soda. It's kind of sparkly, and it's almost floral. It's not like a Coca-Cola or anything like that. It's definitely a more floral, almost Dr. Pepperish, I think, and that's working really, really well with that. The peppery notes and the more spicier notes, it's kind of counteracting them, and sort of you're getting to a point where you go, okay, this is really quite spicy and quite full on, and then that root beer soda note comes in and it just balances everything out and smooths everything over, and it's almost creates like a creamy effect on the notes there. So you're getting that juxtaposition of those kind of punchier notes and that nice calming, smoother, fresher note of those floral flavors coming in. Burn is a little bit off, but I am out on the terrace and there's a little bit of a breeze, but if you look there, it's not far off perfect. It's pretty good. Just feels really great in the hand. The Campana just feels incredibly nice. You can kind of sit and relax. You can sort of wave it around. You know that ash is going to hold. That beautiful white Nicaraguan ash is just stacking those pennies as I'm working my way through the cigar. I'm gonna go grab, I think I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I just want to see what an espresso does to the flavors on this one. So I feel like it's gonna bring out some more unique notes for me. Hopefully the seagulls stay away. I am under a little bit of netting, so they can't dive bomb me today as much as they'd like to try, but I'm gonna sit back, take this one down a little bit further, and let's see what it's got to offer. So creeping my way into the middle third here, that kind of soda-y note has dropped away. It came in and then it left quite quickly, but what I have been treated with is beautiful, creamy, milky latte notes coming in. So little punch of the coffee coming in there, but mostly creamy, just coating my mouth with every single puff. It's almost like, it's like an ice cream. It's like a coffee ice cream going on in my mouth. It's just incredible. Still getting that punch of the pepper. That pepper's going to be a predominant note that's in there, but those creamier notes and those softer notes definitely counteract it and take away any sort of overwhelmingness that you would get from that pepper usually. This has been so far so good. If you look at that ash there, that is holding up incredibly well, even with a little bit of the breeze out on the terrace here today. Definitely feel like this is going to be more of an evening cigar. This cigar deserves your sort of time and your effort and your concentration. So after a lovely meal, maybe with a nice glass of red, really sit back, unwind, finish the evening with this beautiful cigar. Now, talking of the cigars, we've got very limited availability of the pre-releases, so I would advise picking them up now. You can pick up singles, you can pick up boxes. We've also got some exclusive pairing samplers, and there's a great deal on there as well. You can get all 3 boxes at an amazing price. For me, that would be the go-to. Grab all 3 boxes, try a couple out of each box, and then let them sit for a little while. Then try them again in January when they were due for release, and you'll have a chance to really compare and contrast. Make notes of the flavors, make them on your phone, jot them down in a notepad, save the bands as well. Sort of, if you're anything like me, I've got a scrapbook of all of the bands of the cigars that I've tried, what I thought of them, what I'd had before, what I paired them with on the day. And it's great to have those frames of reference. You're always able to come back on them, even if it's just taking a photograph on your phone, just to remind yourself what you tried, because there's nothing worse than walking into a humidor and going, oh, well, it had this color band, or it looks like this. Coming in with a photograph, we were able to advise you, we can point you in the right direction, and we can even tell you what to compare it with, or what would be on completely a different end of the spectrum for you. Trying new cigars and trying new experiences is an amazing opportunity. We have the biggest and best range in the UK for a reason, so you can do that. Look at our exclusive samplers, look at our pairing samplers across the entire board. we know what we're doing and we're going to point you in the right direction. But I am going to stop talking because I really am enjoying this one so much. That bottom band is about to come off. Save that one, add that to the collection of the many Orchant Selection cigars that I've been lucky enough to sample. Let's see what that middle third has got. It's coming into something pretty special, I can already tell. So let's stop talking and let's see where it goes. So into the middle third, ash dropped off, got that beautiful pyramid of ash there, just showing that those middle leaves are burning slower than the outside. That just shows that this cigar is constructed incredibly well. Now in this middle third, the coffee notes, that kind of latte ice cream note, the coffee has turned up a little bit more, so it's almost a double espresso with a latte just in the very background there. Pepper, like I said, is going to be the kind of consistent flavour all the way through the cigar, but just sort of thinking about those flavours working together and the blend that's gone into these, that thought process to know that you don't want just all pepper, all strength all the way through the cigar. You want those softer notes, you want those creamier notes, you want that lightness to really make the cigar more enjoyable. And this one is working incredibly well. I can't even get my words out, enjoying it so much. So I really want you guys to try these. So we're going to put together a few more samplers. Head over to the website. There's going to be some pairing samplers with some of our exclusive Stalladu and also our cigar malt, and that's going to give you a really interesting insight. So we've got the Speyside, which is our more lighter whiskey. Then we've got the Islay, which is our more peated, and then we've got our cigar malt. Now our cigar malt was specifically blended to go with any cigar. If it's a lighter cigar, it's going to pick those flavors up. If it's a more full-bodied cigar, it's going to pair them down and balance out with it incredibly well. Now all of our whiskies, all those three, are award-winning whiskies, and in those 5cl bottles, that gives you a great indication of whether you do want to go for a full-size bottle. They're available in 5cls, in 20cls, and in 70cl. So head over to the website to grab those. The secondary band is about to come off on this one, so I'm going to sit back and enjoy this a little bit further, take this down round about the middle of the final third, see what those flavours are, and I'll come back to you. So coming down through the final third on this one, the flavours, there's been an introduction of more nutty notes in there as well, and an introduction of a little bit of cedar as well. So still getting that predominant peppery note, the creaminess of that creamy latte is in there, the coffee punch is in there as well, and they're all just coming together incredibly well. At no point of any of those notes been overriding or overwhelming at all. They've all just worked in absolute harmony, and that is just a sign of a well blended and well thought through cigar, and the ingredients that have gone into it, those Nicaraguan tobacco, just being able to chew that smoke and feel those minerals just in the smoke. And I know few people can't quite get them, but really kind of work on picking those notes out. Take your time with a cigar. There's no need to ever rush a cigar at all. I know I'm a bit guilty of that myself in the final third especially. I tend to sort of go, you know, I'm done with this one, put it down in the ashtray and walk away, but I really want to take this one down as far as I can go to really pick out all of those flavours all the way down and really appreciate the thought and the process and the craftsmanship that's gone into these cigars. So I'm going to take this one down a bit further. I might come back with a little bit more of an update if there's any more developments in the flavours, but we'll give you a roundup at the end as well. So let's see where it goes. So coming down to my final few moments with this one today, that final third, everything just intensified. The pepper, the cream, the coffee, the nut notes in there as well. Everything just came in together so beautifully. I really want you guys to grab these before they go. So head over to the website right now. It's C.Gars.com. That's C.Gars.com. Pick up a single, pick up a box, pick up a sampler. So many options for you there. So I don't want you guys to miss out. Make sure that you get over there now. If you've liked this video, as always, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Peace.